Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Chronicles of Sovik. So, at the end of the last episode, I kind of suggested that what I wanted to do for this episode was dip my toe into island expeditions and start doing some of them for the mounts, the pets, the transmog, etc. However, I can't. And the reason I can't is because this is the first character on this account. I cannot do any of the island expeditions until I have done two of the war campaign and establish two zones over on Kulturis. So I need to go and do two of these first of all, and be a certain level, which I don't know what it is because on Wowhead it says level 116, so I don't know what that equates to in new money, before I can do island expeditions. So the ones I've been doing on alts on my sort of main EU account, I've been able to do. Reach well, it was 110, go across there and do some island expeditions. I can't do that because this is my first character on here, so I need to do some bits before I can actually queue up for some. So what we're going to do in this recording is we are going to go over and do one of the war campaign zones. So I've already selected the zone I wanted to go and do, which is set sail for Drustvar, so let's go and head over there. Not set foot in Kulturis so far, so this will be absolutely brand new. So what we'll try and do on this one is we'll have a look at this and get this completed, and then hopefully we'll be able to be a bit closer to doing some of the island expeditions. Alright, let's just ignore him. So first thing we need to do is speak to this guy called Itrig. Drustvar Ho, here we are. Time to see what the Alliance is up to. So we get 6,000 experience just to hand the nat in. Profit and Reconnaissance. This was supposed to be a covert operation. Unfortunately, our trade prince insisted on coming along with the loudest, most conspicuous vehicle the Horde has ever conceived. Looks quite nice actually. At least you're here with me, Sovik. Let's get going then. We know next to nothing about the Drustvar territory. It's time to do some recon. So the quest objectives to escort Gallywix and Itrig on Gallywix's war trike. If you become separated from Gallywix and Itrig, you can find them at any port, which is where we are at the moment. So let's accept that. Okay, so let's hop onto his war trike. And then, I'm guessing, away we go. Have we actually got a seat? Oh, are we actually driving this, are we? Oh yeah, we are. That's me controlling it. Shows how long ago it is since I've done this. So, it looks like I'm the driver of this, so let's head up this ramp. Okay. So, we've found this goblin scout. What happens next? Again, this was so long. Okay, that's that first bit done. Where are we heading? Pretty much straight ahead. Heading into the Crimson Forest. Now, to be honest, this whole continent of Kulturis is not somewhere I'm particularly familiar with. Looks like there's some other guys up ahead, which is good. Here's the others. There's another scout. What's this? Wildwood Slavery. Okay, that's him dealt with. Jump back onto our trike. Further on the woods, there's some ore there. We'll skip that for now because I want to try and make some progress with this. Okay, I guess we're just following this path along. Oh yeah, and we take a left here and up this slope. Here's our third Bilgewater Azurite Drudge. Unfortunately, he's dead. Let's keep going. Right, which way are we going here? Straight up. Not too difficult. Okay, we seem to be here. I sort of ran into a tree, and that's not me driving this, it's a computer making me move. Okay, let's jump up off this trike. Let's go and hammer this one in. I'm getting a bad feeling about these woods. Wait a minute, what is that? So that's 7,000 experience. Wiccophobia. Do you see that? That shape up in the brambles up ahead. Is that eye trick shudders? Is that goblin wrapped up in that tree? So quest objectives: investigate the shape up ahead, then protect eye trick and Gallywix. Let's accept that.
Keep your weapons sharp.
By shape up ahead, I'm guessing he's talking this way. I can't actually see where this shape actually is. Okay, here's company. Certainly noticing on this one we're a little bit behind the power curve there. Okay, we've got more coming. Buy some new gear. This is taking a lot longer than I had though. Dots back on. Mini boss Sister Redweather. Yeah, it's taken a lot longer than what I expected. Obviously we're level 40 now, and most of the gear that I've got on probably came about level 36, so it's a few levels below par.
Let's get down to business.
Okay, I hope there's no witches in the mountains. Gallywix looks flustered after his ordeal with the crone. I think maybe we better set up our foothold somewhere else, maybe up in the mountains, like not here where the witches are. So we need to drive Eitrig and Gallywix to the mountains.
This conversation stays between
So
us.
let's jump on. Is there something else we need to do here? What quest has Eitrig got for us?
Keep
Let's
your
have a quick
weapons
look.
sharp.
No, I think that is it. Okay, so I'm guessing we're going this way, are we? Up there, then round and up. Quick map check. Yeah, so when we get to the end, take a right at the T junction. And it's kind of up this slope. It is kind of ringing a bell from when I did this last time, which is probably a couple of years ago. Okay, so this T junction I kind of need to go off the road, kind of straight on, avoiding some of these mobs. It's actually rare there, Talon. I'm not sure we're got the gear to deal with a rare straight away. Okay, what do we need to do with this guy? Just speak to him, do we?
Do you have a question?
Looks like you came from the forest. How are the boys doing down there? Your friends are all tortured and killed by witches. Ah, bummer. That's no good. I've got some good news. I'm nearly finished setting up a foothold up the hill. Up the hill here. You want to go and check it out? Sure.
Ambition is the mother of invention.
Okay, so if I remember, it's kind of up this direction. I think we're getting raced here. And I think it was up that slope up there. Yeah. Crazzle Frazzer's outpost. Looks like we lost a race, so he got ahead of us. And up here. Objective complete. Okay, so we brought him up to the outpost. That was fairly straightforward. This I can work with. So 6,000 experience for that. We've got Hobart Grapplehammer over here. Crazzle Frazzer's outpost. I already did a bunch of the legwork for setting up our foothold. All we got to do was finish deploying all the instant-based technology and we'll be good to go here in Drustvar. Why don't you go finish the base building? I'm going to see if I can salvage any Wolfer cycle parts. So quest objective, use your goblin devices and Crazzle Frazzer's outpost to build your foothold in Drustvar. For 9,000 experience, which is really good. Okay, so part 1 is supply hut constructed. Now, of course, it has to be some form of creature. Giant rat. Let's try to kill him. Yeah, I'm not hitting as hard as we were. The rat hasn't got any loot. Okay, so the second one we've got over here is the engineering works. Engineering works in a bomb. Okay, nice big explosion, but that's that built. We now got the wormhole to construct the inn. A wormhole stretches out before you. Apparently you should be able to use this to create a building somehow. So we're going to reach inside, pull something out. That's certainly not a building. Let's kill this interdimensional abomination. Okay, let's reach inside, pull out something that feels more like a building. And there we are, there is an inn. And the final one we've got is, where is it? The Fishing Hut Plunger. So let's press that. Looks like a dynamite line, and we have a fishing hut. So that's the outpost. Looks like it's constructed. It's now ready to turn him. These guys were sensible and kept a distance back here.
Make it snappy, kid.
Okay, so Crazzle Frazzer's outpost. We're done. There we go. That's real nice. And hey, look, here comes some fresh rocket troops. That's our 9,000 experience. Here's our cutscene. As a rocket comes and lands just on the edge of, well, we'll call that a landing, more of a hard landing on the edge of the outpost. Hobart Grapplehammer's got another quest for us. Now that everything's all set up around here, I'm out of work. I bet you're going to need a pretty handy engineer. Why don't you take me along with you? So we get him as a follower. So let's grab that, which is great. We don't actually have a mission table yet, but we now have a follower. So let's speak to Trader Prince Gallywix. And we've now got returned as orders are. You know, kid, I think I've got it all covered here. My guys will find all the Azerite they can here and make me rich. I mean, you know, make the Horde rich with power. Anyway, you can go and tell Nathanos we're done here. This base is the best place to launch any attacks against the Corterians here in Drustvar. That's a Gallywix guarantee. So return to Nathanos Blightcall on the Banshee's Whale. Swell Thrasher in any port can give you a ride. So you can be able to choose one of the following rewards. So we got some shoulders, a robe, or a head item. Now this was the old Azerite gear, which doesn't exist no more, I believe, because it's all this sort of stuff. So we've got a choice of a 37% upgrade there, 27% upgrade there, or 52. So we'll probably go and get the 52%, because our head is the lowest. Let's accept that.
Move along. I got deadlines to meet.
And that looks like it. So, how do we get back? We can either go to, well, we need to go to Swell Fresher in any port. So let's try and go across country here. That's where we need to go. We're mounted up. Is this a cliff? It is, and we don't have a goblin glider. So let's try and leg it back down here. Now, if we had a goblin glider, we could have probably just glided a long way down there. It might be worth buying a few of these, actually. Down this bit. Now we might actually be able to see grab some ore on our way down. It does look like there's a rare in here, the Bilefang Mother. That looks a bit steep. Let's try and come down this bit. Try and avoid that spider. It looks like there's a lot of spiders. So far, so good. So we'll try and follow the general direction of where we need to for returned as orders are. Again, as I said, if you have a goblin glider, what I'd suggest is just jump off a cliff and use that. You'd probably get halfway across. Or the other option is just half stone it back. Okay, it's a fishing school there, but we're not going to do any fishing on this recording. Let's avoid that starving dark moor wolf creature. Now we are picking up some experience as well. It looks like there's an ore up here. Let's go and grab that. Some more monlight. We are grabbing experience, obviously going into new little sort of areas we haven't been to yet. Mount back up. Looks like there's a treasure chest up here. Let's see if we can grab that. Small treasure chests. We've got some Tortolan pilgrimage scrolls and some war resources. Okay, can we avoid all these mobs? This is a bit more tricky. We do need to go down now. Let's see if we can circle around this entire area. Okay, that seems to have worked. Some more ore up there. I'm going to leave that one for now. It's not really the general direction we're heading in. Okay, and where do we go from here? Is it down here this way? Is this a path we... Yeah, this is a path we zigzag down. So that was quite well, I wouldn't call it straightforward, but uneventful. We managed to get down here with no problems whatsoever. Again, I'll come and have a look at some of these vendors at another time and see if any of them got anything decent. This is Swell Thrasher, the Dockmaster. You need a boat, a message sent, perhaps some aid in stabbing. No, just take us back to Drustvar. And there we be. That concludes that. So speak to Nathanos Blightcaller. You've established a foothold in Drustvar with the goblins. Good. I will have my men keep an eye on Gallywix's activities there just in case. To choose your reward, so we're going to go for the head item, which is that one. Complete the quest. We get 776 experience, and we get an achievement, which is Drustvar Foothold, which is part of the Ready for War campaign, and it's all done, which is very, very good. Now we've got a couple more quests for us, but we'll have a look at that probably on the next recording. So, in fact, let's have a quick look now, see if there's anything very easy. Okay, use the Cool Tourist campaign map to choose another foothold. Let's accept that. And let's pick this time. Let's go for... I don't think it really makes a great deal of difference. So let's go for Stormsong Valley. Accept. It's not somewhere we're going to be spending a great deal of time. We're kind of just doing it for the sake of hand that in. Get 6,000 experience of that one as well. The Warlord's Call. Warfang Hold is our best position on Cool Tourists. We cannot allow it to fall. The War Chief has placed High Lord Kromosh in charge of our reinforcement efforts. You are ordered to report to him as soon as possible. So we've got to report to High Lord Kromosh in Drustvar. Let's accept that.
Get moving.
iTrigger's got another quest for us. Adapting our tactics. This war will not be won with strength and might alone. Take in your surroundings while you fight and turn it into an advantage against the enemy. I have a list of modifications for you to choose from. Any one of these might feel small on its own, but together they might just be all the advantage we need. Let me know when you'd like us to pursue. So talk to iTrig to start researching an upgrade. So let's have a convo with him. Okay, I fought many wars, watched heroes and cowards alike bleed out on the field of battle, but this war feels different. It tests more than our mettle and skill, it tests our hearts, our faith in one another. Whatever comes, the Horde will endure, it must. So show me our recruitment and research options. So we have a choice of reducing the cooldown on our Hearthstone by 40% when used in Kultiris and Xandhalar, or capture the momentum from your recent flight path, increasing your mountain speed by 20% for 5 minutes upon landing. Let's do the Hearthstone one. That might be a bit more useful. So let's take that. It's going to take 4 hours to do.
Hail, friend.
Let's close this.
Stay strong.
Speak to him again. Adapting our tactics is completed. We don't get anything for that. And then High Warlord Kromosh has got... This is where we need to hand the question to. The Warlord's Call. Hurry up and get yourself squared away, Sovik. We've got a battle to get to. So that's 776 experience of that. Let's complete that. Storming him. Front and centre, Sovik. As of last night, we received word that Rexar's force at Warfang Hold in Stormsong was surrounded by a Kultiran army and attack is imminent. As soon as you have your things packed, go speak with Dread Admiral Tattersall and we'll get underway. There's no time to waste. So speak with Dread Admiral Tattersall. So we'll accept that. And I think that would be us starting the next one.
Aye?
And indeed it is. So that's the one to Stormsong Valley. So I think on that note, after we've done that Drustvar piece, we'll kind of end the recording there. That was fairly quick actually. I don't know quite how long we was going for. Maybe sort of half an hour or so, 20-30 minutes. So probably on the next recording, I'll go and do the Stormsong one. That'll be 2 of them done. Then hopefully we'll be a little bit closer to doing some of the island expeditions to get some of the rewards of what we've got in there. But we needed to do these anyway. If we ever want to look to try and fly in the Battle for Azeroth expansion, we need to kind of do a war campaign anyway to get that sort of done as part of the Pathfinder achievements. But for now, I'm going to end things there. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, goodbye.